Welcome to Get to Know Your County Commissioner. I'm Bianca Hanlon. We caught up with District 7 Commissioner Raquel Regalado, who will first tell us about the state of water and sewer services in her district.
Well, post-pandemic, we've actually been able to do a lot of work. We had changes in our state paradigm in terms of the law, and it allows us for wastewater reuse. That adds something to the deep water injection plan, which we had in the compliance with the consent decree. But we were also able to transition a lot of residents in District 7 from the wells to Miami-Dade County services, and now we're looking at eliminating some of the septic tanks and doing the same.
Commissioner Regalado also told us about her priorities in District 7 when it comes to building water and sewer infrastructure.
Well, first and foremost, for people to understand how important infrastructure is. One of the conversations that we have with our residents is this one water system, and for them to understand that everything they put into the ground does end up somewhere in our water system. We started with changes that have to do with the use of pesticides. It's very beneficial. We've also been able to educate folks a lot more about the bay and how their water use impacts the bay. And obviously part of that is eliminating septic tanks, and we're really looking forward to doing that as soon as possible.
As the County Infrastructure, Operations, and Innovations Committee Chairwoman, she elaborated on the impact Miami-Dade Water and Sewer Department's Capital Improvement Program will have on Miami-Dade County.
Well, it's important for people to understand that we can't have development if we don't have water and sewer infrastructure. One of the mistakes that was made many years ago is having development without the infrastructure, and that's what we're seeing specifically down south and in some areas north of Miami-Dade County. So the good news is that now we're aligning those two things and really having a conversation about how, if you're going to increase density, you need the infrastructure to support it. And those are the conversations that we're having in our committee, and ensuring that the commissioners and residents at large understand how important it is to invest in infrastructure, and also in certain areas we're talking about expanding infrastructure, and then the plants that process that, what do they need in order to do that process well. And in terms of the chemistry of it, we have a tendency to learn a lot in committee about that aspect, new technology, and how we can better use wastewater in particular.
Commissioner Regalado also shared specific plans as it relates to Miami-Dade's drinking water upgrades.
Well, for the residents of District 7, they get their water from the Alexander Orr facility. About a year ago this time, we actually broke ground on the expansion of that facility, which is very important because it also has the lab. We were also able to visit with our commissioners from South Miami and Pinecrest to really explain to them our water treatment process and the testing. The expansion of that lab in particular is going to allow for more students and more residents to go and be able to see the testing of the water, which is something that was available when I was a kid. I actually visited that facility as an elementary school student, but because of its size, that has been limited in the last few years. So we're excited about that expansion, not just because of what it means for the quality of water and access, but it's also an educational opportunity for many residents in District 7 and throughout the county.
And water upgrades are not the only thing occurring in District 7. The Commissioner explained more on what is occurring for wastewater services.
Well, wastewater services, we had a change in the law that allows us to partner with FPL, for example, and use wastewater a second and third time around. And we're really excited about doing more than deep water injection wells. As impressive as those are, we want to have different options that allows us to move wastewater faster and in a more efficient way. And now that the state is allowing us to do that, we're actually leading the other counties in Florida in terms of other processes and reusing that wastewater.
Additionally, Commissioner Regalado gave us more details on WASD's consent decree upgrades.
Well, we're excited about getting to the end of the consent decree. We've actually been carrying this for decades in Miami-Dade County, and our current administration is really working hard not only to meet those deadlines, but to meet them in the most effective and efficient way. So we're excited about closing that chapter and really moving forward in terms of our use of water and explaining to residents why our one water system is important and how it works in Miami-Dade County.
Our thanks to Commissioner Regalado. We appreciate her time and important updates. That's all for this edition of Get to Know Your County Commissioner. For more information on county programs or services, call 311 or visit miamidade.gov. And be sure to connect with us on social media. I'm Bianca Hanlon. Thanks for watching.